I want to first thank you all for taking the time to review our presentation. My name is Crystal. I'm the Customer Service Lead for the Financial Aid Office here at William & Mary. I want to start off by telling you a little bit about what we do. If you completed a FAFSA and CSS profile, we use these applications to determine a student's financial aid eligibility. The information reported on the FAFSA is always prior year, so for the 26-27 academic year, 2024 information was used. If you've had a change in your circumstances since 2024, we can review that change by completing an appeal form and providing requested supporting documents. We also ensure that a student remains eligible for the funding that they've received. We have a loan specialist that certifies federal and private loans, and we provide budget guidance to students. We use the cost of attendance to determine a student's financial need. The cost of attendance is made up of direct and indirect cost. The direct costs are tuition and fees. Housing and food can be a direct or indirect cost depending on whether the student lives on or off campus. Books and supplies, transportation, and miscellaneous expenses all make up the cost of attendance. The same housing and food allowance is used when creating a cost of attendance budget for a student living off campus, provided they are not commuting from a relative's home. To be considered for financial aid, you will need to complete the FAFSA on www.studentaid.gov and the CSS profile that can be completed on www.collegeboard.org. The way that we determine financial aid is the cost of attendance minus the student aid index minus any outside scholarships or resources, and that equals the student's financial need. We are not able to meet full need for our out-of-state students regardless of their circumstances. You must report any scholarships or outside resources to our office as soon as you are aware that you may be receiving them. It is a federal requirement that scholarships and outside resources be taken into account when creating a financial aid offer. If we've already created the financial aid offer for the student and did not take into account that the student is receiving an outside scholarship or resource, it may affect their current aid offer. If a student is offered federal work study or a subsidized loan, they will be reduced to make room for the scholarship before grant is reduced. The student cannot receive over the cost of attendance. Students can receive grants, loans, or federal work study as part of their financial aid package. Other loan options are Parent Plus loans or private loans. There were impacts to yearly and lifetime loan aggregates for new borrowers as part of the eligibility changes that were implemented under the Big Beautiful Bill. Borrowers that are not considered new borrowers are legacy borrowers. Please take a moment to review these changes for new borrowers. If your student received federal work study as part of their financial aid package, they should have received an email regarding details about the program and their certificate. Students are responsible for finding their own job. They will receive a paycheck just like they would any on or off-campus job. Students can look for jobs on Tribe Careers, department websites, flyers, job fairs, or by calling the department to inquire if they are hiring work study eligible students. Some important things to remember if you're applying for financial aid, eligibility is not guaranteed each year. It's determined by completing the FAFSA, so the FAFSA must be completed each year. Additional documentation may be requested either by financial aid, or if a student is federally selected for verification, there may be additional documents that they need to submit as well. Aid notifications are provided to returning students after spring grades are posted and after the Board of Visitors votes on the cost of attendance for the next academic year. So it's typically not until around mid-June that students receive their financial aid offer, which is much later than the estimates that are provided to entering students. Here is our contact information. Our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're closed from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for lunch. Please make sure you have your student ID number and your passphrase. If you're a parent calling, you will need your student ID number as well as your parent passphrase. They are specific to individuals, so parents and students have separate passphrases. If you leave a message, please do not follow up with an email, as this duplicates our efforts in responding to you and can delay our response time. We look forward to helping you with any questions that you have. This concludes our presentation. And again, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you so much.